Shalom. This week's Sedra Haazinu. Mitzvot are often divided into two categories: mitzvot between man and mitzvot between man and God. Both of these categories, though, are misnamed. Mitzvot between man and man are better described as mitzvot that direct interpersonal relations, and mitzvot between man and God are better described as mitzvot that direct a person's character and intellectual development. As the Rambam wrote, all of the mitzvot are given to channel one's evil inclination and improve one's character. Similarly, most of the Torah's laws are nothing other than advice given from a distance from God, He who is of great counsel, to improve one's character and make one's conduct upright. Calling many of the mitzvot between man and God is a mistake that misses the true purpose and nature of mitzvot, which is to improve the one who observes the mitzvot. This week's Torah portion is written in prose and in an uncharacteristic flowery language of poetry. It begins with the verse, "Give ear, heavens, let me speak. Let the earth hear the words I utter." Rashi explained the use of heavens and earth, writing, "Why did God call heaven and earth as witnesses against the Jewish people?" Moshe thought, "I am a mortal being of flesh and blood. Tomorrow I shall be dead. If the Jewish people will one day say, 'We've never accepted this brit, this covenant,' who will come and refute them?" Therefore, God called heaven and earth as witnesses against them, witnesses that endure forever. Our sages understood the use of heavens and earth homiletically. They wrote, "The heavens testify on mitzvot between man and God, and the earth testifies to mitzvot between man and man." This homiletic explanation harkens to a discussion in the Talmud about a contradiction between two psukim in Tehillim and Psalms, whose solution teaches an important lesson about reciting a blessing, a bracha, before we eat. The Talmud quoted this teaching. Rabbi Yehuda quoted Shmuel's lesson. One who derives benefit from this world without a blessing is like someone who enjoyed consecrated objects. As it is stated, the earth and all it contains is the Lord's. The earth belongs to all those who live in it. Rabbi Levy expressed this concept somewhat differently. Rabbi Levy raised the contradiction. It is written in one pasuk in Tehillim, "The earth and all it contains is the Lord's." And it is written elsewhere, "The heavens are the Lord's, and the earth He has given over to mankind." There is clearly a contradiction with regard to whom the earth belongs. But Rabbi Levy himself resolved the contradiction. "This is not difficult," he wrote. The verse that says that the earth is the Lord's speaks about before blessing is recited, and where it states that God gave the earth to mankind refers to after a blessing is recited. Rabbi Levy's lesson in the Talmud about man possessing things on earth once they recognize God by reciting a blessing, we can better understand our sages' teaching on our Torah portion's use of heaven and earth testifying against the Jewish people when they don't follow the Torah. Mitzvot that regulate interpersonal relationships on earth, while mitzvot that improve a person's character and intellect are in the heavens. Both categories of mitzvot are obligatory, but they address different focuses of a person. Haazinu is always read during the time of tshuva, during the time of repentance, usually on the Shabbat between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. As we consider our own mitzvah observance, we can utilize categories to help form an approach to improving our observance. Dividing mitzvot into heaven and earth can help us focus on specific areas that require our attention and improvement. Shabbat Shalom.